What difference does 5 years of VFX training make versus 1 year? Let's find out. Though I'm still quite young, I've been doing VFX for a long time. I've learned a lot over the last 5 years, but the question remains, have I gotten any better? To test this, I have a series of VFX challenges lined up, with examples from my past that I will try to outdo. Once I've completed each one, I'll reconvene and my projects will be tested against the ultimate judge, you. We'll start off simple with a green screen shot. The one I'm trying to beat is this. Obviously, not much of a challenge, but we have to start somewhere. The most important part of this is lighting. The goal is to not have your actor cast a shadow on the green screen. Another thing I've learned after doing this a lot is that you don't want to design your clothes for your actors or your props with blue and green in them. Seems obvious, but 4 years ago I did it anyway. Since I lit the video well, this was extremely easy. I selected the color and adjusted some of the settings, and we have ourselves a finished product. Stick around to the end to watch all of the results and let me know what you think of them. Our second shot is a set extension, sort of. You'll notice in the top of these shots there are some moving clouds. The goal was to make it look like some other stranger dimension, but it just really looks weird. For my new and improved example of set extension, I'll be making this amphitheater into a larger castle. If you're going to attempt something like this, you'll need a lot of fine, consistent detail. This will help you track your video down the road. For this, I used generative expand in Photoshop on a still frame to make the castle walls extend up and remove the cement pad on the ground. I also hopped into Blender and rendered out an image of this piece of a castle to add to the background. After rotoscoping the amphitheater in several areas, I tracked in a whole bunch of elements. I wouldn't call this one a final shot, but I think it's just a bit better than the old one. Here's a still frame of the project, but once again, you'll have to stick around to see the final shots. And now for another challenge, recreating a portal. This is the one I wanted to do the most because I'll be doing it a lot in an upcoming project. This is the shot we're trying to improve upon. Now this one is not as terrible as the first two, but it's definitely not great. The base footage I'm using for this effect is a little bit tricky because it has a lot of elements that need to go in front of the portal, but I think that'll add to the realism and I think we'll be able to work around it. Something I apparently haven't learned is that it's extremely helpful to grab a clean plate of your shot. Clean plate is basically just a still frame or just a short video where your actors or another object is not in the shot, and you can use it to erase stuff later. Thankfully, the actors walked far forward enough for me to grab a clear area, so it worked out. There are 3 main elements I needed for this shot: the portal asset, rotoscoped actors, and environment details. The portal I created using an animated mask and some noise patterns, which I chopped in half, so the actors could be both in front and behind it. The actors were rotoscoped out so that they could be in front of the back of the portal, and I cut out the tree branch and added some glow on various parts of the video, which created our environment details. Now we could stop there, but I am also recreating the entire film project that I'm taking all these old shots from. If you want to see how that's going, stick around, subscribe, and click the link in the top corner of this video to check out an update on how that's going. And without much further ado, here are the final shots. Just to remind you what we're up against, the old shots will play first. Now, for perhaps the most important part of this video, audience feedback. Let me know what you think. Did I improve over the last 4 years? If I did, let me know. If I didn't, also let me know. Nicely, please, if you say anything to me, and I guess it'll probably just get helped by the comment moderation. But thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this, make sure to stick around and subscribe. It helps out a ton. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. And with your help, I can get 0.2% closer, which is a lot when you get a lot of people doing it. So thanks again, and I will see you in the next one.